I think that's a very important question. Um, I think I was saying earlier that people used to write letters in the olden days, not just the olden days, even with my father, obviously he didn't use email. People used to speak to him on the phone, but mostly the communication was based on written letters. But now things have changed, and there are faster means of communication, emails, and um, WhatsApp messages and all. So I started using these modes of communication right from the beginning, and I have encouraged students to write to me, and I uh, spend many hours on a daily basis in responding to emails and messages from the students. Um, if you have any question, any need in terms of your practices, in terms of your spiritual life, then you should never hesitate in writing to me. You should immediately write to me, and I'll make sure I always give priority to those emails where the students are asking about their spiritual practices, about any spiritual matters. So that such emails, such forms, and such communication always gets my first attention. Um, Many students also write to me about their personal problems, and I also respond to such emails, and I try to help them as much as I can. Sometimes it needs people just, students ask me for prayers, they ask me for some recitations, so that's fine. Um, so um, I would uh, say that you should never hesitate. If there is a genuine need, you should never hesitate. And even otherwise, um, sometimes I ask the students, especially those students who tell me that they don't write to me just because they think that it would be kind of a burden, or they would just uh, bother me or add to my work by writing emails. No, sometimes you could just write, and there are students who would just write like a one-line email, and it helps, because then it's not that the sheikh doesn't remember all the students. Obviously, he remembers all the students, but when the student writes an email just to inquire how are you, or I'm well, I'm doing my practices, that's good. Just basically, we were talking about that connection, so it helps in uh, in that establishing a strong connection with the sheikh. But at the same time, there are students who would always write to me when they have issues, their personal issue. I'd never hear from them about spiritual matters. Every time they write to me is about their personal problems. And so I think that is something which tells that you are just trying to get Sheikh's attention to solve your personal problems. And then to some students write very long emails, and I must tell you that those students who write sometimes long emails are required, and but uh, there are some students who have this habit of writing very long emails. They get my last attention, because it takes more time. So if I see that the email is not um, important, and it's just a long email, then obviously it doesn't get immediate attention. So please try, and I think I've told earlier that please try to be precise. And even if you're writing a long email when it's required, in the end, please mention what is specifically you are asking me for, so that it is easier for me to respond to these emails. Please be patient. If I'm not able to answer your emails, that means I'm busy. I may be traveling. I may be having some, personal engagements, because of which I'm not able to respond to your emails. There are students who can't even wait, who would never write to me. They have a personal issue, they will write to me. If I don't answer, next day, they will just forward that email. Some students would, put even 3 question marks and then send, that forward that email, as if, they are expecting me to answer their emails immediately. No, obviously, you have to be patient. You have to be patient if I'm not able to answer. And even when I'm very busy, I make sure that I answer those emails which are important. But those emails which are not so important, and sometimes students are just asking me for prayer, I'll pray. I've read I read your emails. I will pray for you. I may not be able to respond, but I will. Please be assured that if you have written to me to pray for you, I am going to pray, even though I may not have answered your email in time. Okay. A number of students have got my mobile number, WhatsApp message, and people, I don't prefer this WhatsApp, because it's very difficult to keep track of WhatsApp messages. Unlike emails, where you have all the unanswered emails in your inbox, and there are different emails that are used for my personal and spiritual work. In WhatsApp is, everything comes in the same inbox, and sometimes I may miss your messages. So please, anything which is important, please write an email. Don't send a WhatsApp. WhatsApp is only for emergency, for something which is really urgent. But otherwise, please refrain from using from sending messages on WhatsApp. Okay, and some time back, I had almost decided that I would frame certain rules, and then I would ask students to write emails only in certain situations and all. I still have that draft somewhere on my computer, but I didn't send it, because I thought that, this communication is very important to the students. So although, as I said, day by day, this workload is increasing, and I have to spend more and more time in replying to the emails. Sometimes, obviously not for the last 1.5 years, I'm not traveling much, but earlier when I was traveling, even the flights, I was just like writing emails. So, but I'm not complaining. I'm very happy, because it has really helped, and students have found it very helpful. They can immediately communicate to me and get answers. So I'm very happy, and I would continue to do that. But I think I hope that whatever I have just said, I think students would take notice of that and would be more careful in writing emails according to my advice that I have just given to you. I have to clarify a few things about one of the answers that I gave you yesterday about writing emails to me. I think there are some confusions that have been created, and I would like to clarify. I want to make 3 points. Number one, there is a well-defined structure in our groups. Each group has a group manager, and in some of the groups, we also have now mentors. And Then there are individual students who live in cities or countries where there are no groups. And we have assigned mentors to these students from other groups. Now, your first point of contact is your mentor, in case you have a mentor. And then it's the group manager. So you have to write, or if you meet your mentor or group manager, you have to clarify your spiritual questions first with them in that order. So, and there are some students who have advanced to the stage, the third stage, where they're doing circles. Then they get teachings directly from me, and then they write to me for any questions that they may have regarding their spiritual progress. So I think this will continue. I forgot to mention that yesterday. So please continue with this arrangement, and all those students who have not reached the third stage of circles, they will continue to contact their mentors or group managers. And in certain cases where there is a specific need to write to me directly on certain issue, then they can discuss it with the group manager, and the group manager will in turn discuss it with me. And if I think that yes, this is something where the student needs to contact me directly, I will advise the group manager, and then in that case, the student can write to me. That's the first clarification. Two, anything to do with your personal issues, any difficulties that you may be experiencing in your personal life. Again, I think somehow there has been some confusion. I have received a few emails from some students who said that we would we write you, and we very much appreciate your help. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I think I said yesterday that Sheikh is like your spiritual father. And just like children look toward their parents for help when they are in a difficult situation, similarly, when you have any issues in your personal life, please write to me. And students have been writing, and I have been helping them, advising them. So please continue to do that. My problem is with those students who I know don't do their practices, who don't attend group meetings, who are not regular, or either not regular, or they just don't do the practices. But just write to me whenever they have a personal problem. So my problem is with those students. Hazrat Maulvi Said Khan Rahmatullah Alayh used to get very annoyed with such students. And he would say that you have such a powerful thing. He used to refer to the practices. You have such a powerful thing with you, and I want to empower you to reach to the same level where I am, and your prayers will have the same effect as my prayers. But you don't want to get it. You don't want to receive it. You are all that you are interested in is basically my dua. So so my problem, as I said, is with those students. All those students who are regular with the practices, they can always write to me. I'll be very happy. One of the students said that I normally write, I just received an email today in the morning that I write to you generally about my personal issues. And I replied to the student that yes, that's fine, because I know that you are a very sincere student and you are doing all the practices. So this is not a problem. Third, clarification about all these lengthy emails. group managers, mentors, any student who has been assigned certain responsibility in School of Sufi teaching, um, they have to write to me in detail about their reports. When they report to me about the group or the task that they have been assigned, they have to write long emails. That's absolutely fine. Even individual students sometimes have to write long emails if there is something which is important and that needs to be explained in detail. That's absolutely fine. Again, my I wanted to point out to those students who have this habit of writing unnecessary details and which are not really required. They can say the same thing in a fewer words or fewer lines, but they would just write lengthy emails without a purpose. Or there are some students who just write to me about every vision they have, every experience they have. They would write all the, there are students who would sometimes write in detail all the 10 dreams they may have seen. We have always been telling you that these experiences and dreams and visions are important, but only those dreams and visions which um, are unusual and which need to be shared with the group manager or with me. So please don't expect me to interpret all the dreams that you may be seeing, and please don't. Please share only those dreams, as I said, or visions which are important and which are unusual, and then I'll be happy to interpret them for you and explain them to you. So I hope with these clarifications, there'll be a better understanding about this email communication with me.